About media buying, what do you think that one skill that you would say it's very important?
That's why there are different domains: media planning, media buying. So it tells you about how to set up the ads.
How do you cope up with those training yourself?
My approach is I followed some, you can say, industry experts on LinkedIn.
What kind of advice would you give to her?
Facebook, social media is a different platform. The search engine is a different platform. They both have different marketing.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Know My VA podcast. And today I have a very special guest with me. We will start with him. But before that, I would like to thank you all for watching our podcast. Do follow the channel, RepStack Learning Academy as well. And welcome, Bilal. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's been a great honor that you invited me for this podcast session. I've been waiting for a long time. I couldn't sleep the whole night.
I'm glad you couldn't sleep. But don't worry, you'll sleep well tonight.
Inshallah.
Bilal, tell us a little bit about yourself. Which city are you from? Of course, I'm here in Lahore, so you are from Lahore. But where did you get your early education and your university? And then how did you end up at RepStack?
So the thing is, I'm from Lahore, Pakistan. And the thing is, I started out as a business information systems graduate from the University of Management and Technology. So I started out as a media buyer in RepStack. And before that, I was doing multiple things.
Where did you hear about RepStack from?
I did hear it from LinkedIn. I was actively looking for some media buying specific role. Mm-hmm. So I ended up applying and ended up being there. So the thing is, I started my journey after my university in PEL, Park Electron Limited, as a supply chain intern.
Oh, okay.
So my degree was focused towards data science and ERP. So I was like, I wanted to learn about ERP systems and everything. So also ended up learning about the CRM systems. Mm-hmm. I got some Microsoft certifications. So in the cloud certifications. After that, I moved towards Nishat Limited as a marketing executive, because that company had a marketing division. Inside, they were using Oracle systems, the ERP systems. So I thought that marketing and operations would be suited. But then I realized that Nishat has a different organizational structure and I may not be the right fit for that company. So then I left Nishat, started my freelancing journey into digital marketing because I couldn't do the traditional marketing at all.
Okay.
I wanted something digital, the ads, the Facebook ads, Google ads, and social media marketing. So that's how I ended up doing multiple certifications from Meta, Google, and DMI, Digital Marketing Institute. So I started this certification journey while I was in university during COVID. So they launched a program on Coursera. Our university did a partnership and got certified. So the reason that I applied at RepStack was that, one, I was looking for a remote job. And the second thing is that it was the only job on LinkedIn that actually mentioned something about Go High Level. So I was like,
how did you hear about Go High Level?
Yeah, the thing is, when I was working in the freelancing domain, so I realized that there is a lot of fuss about something called High Level. I was like, what is this? I haven't heard about it, haven't listened about anything about that. So I researched and learned that it's a growing CRM system in the US region, especially. So what happened that I got a client on a freelancing platform and I was working with them. So they were using High Level as their platform for giving services to the clients. So what happened that I just got with them in a meeting and they said that, hey, do you know about Go High Level? I said, I don't know about that, but I would like to learn. They said that attend some workshops. So what happened that I attended some webinars and workshops from High Level. They're quite good at that. They keep on conducting webinars. And I learned about the system, and then I started implementing some processes for creating some funnels and some analytics setup with the website, with the funnels, etc. So what happened that from there on, when I got into RepStack, I realized that this is a place where I can actually get the admin certification and I can learn about that and physically implement with that. Because I think from Pakistan, it's a bit difficult to access GHL, buy it out and start working on it. But RepStack gave me the opportunity to work on it, and so far I've been doing good.
Awesome. About media buying, what do you think that one skill that you would say that it's very important? Because a lot of people just think that marketing is all creative and stuff. I think media buying is something which is, correct me if I'm wrong, is something related to the mathematics and the
Technical part of, yeah, sure, there is some technical part. I'm also marketing analytics certified by Meta. So I've gone through all the analytics part. So thing is, yes, it doesn't entertain just ad creatives being creative and something like that. There's a whole strategy behind that. That's why there are different domains: media planning, media buying. So it tells you about how to set up the ads, what the strategy will be. So of course, the analytics setup and using statistics for the best results, we have to use marketing analytics, the Facebook Pixel, and the conversion API. So they help in, and the Google Analytics, they help with identifying the best patterns for the ad. Because as the whole world is moving towards AI, and so is Facebook and Google. What happened that, as we know that a few years back, Universal Analytics by Google was completely shut off and shifted towards Google Analytics 4. So reason for that is that it's now GA4 is using machine learning algorithms. So it's turned into more data-driven analysis. So we have to know about something about mathematics somewhere to actually implement those data-driven strategies to run the ads properly now. As also Meta is also moving towards AI advantage campaigns. So we should be utilizing them. That's my take on this.
Awesome. And so your main working tool, if I may ask that, what is the tool that you're usually working on? What would that be?
As I've told that I work in different departments in the web domain as well as the analytics one and the ads part. So I'm doing everything, but the main tool for me is the ads manager that I'm always working on. But the second one is one of the main things that I do in my company is the funnel building, the GHL funnel building.
GHL.
So I use GHL a lot in that part.
Awesome. And so tell us, you're working with Justin Day, and I personally know him pretty well. Great guy, but he's like on it all the time, working really. Maybe I don't know how many hours does he work in a day, but a great guy to work with. I think a lot of learning in there and everything. So tell us a little bit about experience working with him, and how did you start with Justin, and what was your initial role?
So the thing is that I really appreciate Justin, first of all. He's a total workhorse. He just keeps on working. And on average, he works around 16 hours daily. That's the minimum. So he's always online. I think we have timings from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. US timings. So he's online there before us and he goes out after us. So,
Yeah, I can vouch for that. I remember I was in Miami and I was struggling with jet lag. And one night I came down at 3 a.m. and I found Justin was working and I was like, what are you doing right now? And I couldn't go to sleep, so I was just working. I was like, that's nice. No, there are other options as well, but that's the kind of person he is, yes.
Yeah, in fact, Justin just went on a trip to around with his fiance. So what happened that Justin was on a plane and he was online on Slack, he was working. He was following our queries. So he just doesn't stop work, and that's actually motivation for us. That if the owner of the company is working that hard, it motivates us to contribute. And he praises us a lot. He never, he always motivates us towards something, and always has given us a growth opportunity. He literally bought $1,000 course for me to train me on GHL funnels. So then that motivated me to learn the funnels, and then I created good. So far, I've been doing a good job in that.
So you were hired as a media buyer, right?
I was hired as a media buyer.
And then now you're doing 3 roles?
I'm doing 3 roles. So what happened was that initially when Justin was working with RepStack, so we had an EA, we had an SEO person, and we had an account manager. So after that, when I came in, I was the only technical guy to shift in between different roles. So that's why I took on different opportunities. I've done social media as well in day by day digital. I've done SEO as well. I was the only person to the Swiss knife. You can call me the Swiss knife. Just put me anywhere and I will just keep on doing good work. So I started out as a media buyer, came in there as a media buyer, but Justin had requirements to help him with the web development side. Although I'm not a developer, but I do know how to edit the landing pages and etc. So far, I've been doing a good job. And yeah, I've been managing ads, all the analytics setup, and the web edits, etc.
So you've worked in the Pakistani market as well, right? And then you shifted to RepStack and everything. What's the main difference that you will say, all right, this is what I've seen here?
The thing is that RepStack actually is a progressive company, moving towards the future. It's not focused on towards the traditional methodologies. That's one thing that I would say sets RepStack apart. And apart from that, I have worked in multinationals before, like the biggest names in Pakistan, the Bell and Nishad Mills Limited. But the thing is that RepStack's culture, RepStack's opportunity and the learning growth, this is what I love with RepStack. And of course, the remote work is
Yeah.
so it's my favorite part.
So culture, people wouldn't understand. It's a remote company. What's there with culture? So can you elaborate a little bit on that?
So the thing is that with RepStack, I've seen that many companies in Pakistan, they hire out of a certain university or they hire out of a certain region, but that's not in RepStack. RepStack has people from all over Pakistan and people from different backgrounds, different. Although it's a marketing agency, all right, RepStack provides marketing professionals, not software developers. But the thing is, the best thing is that people are trained in RSA, the RepStack
Success
Learning
Academy.
Success Academy, and also the RLA is being launched, the Learning Academy. It provides a growth opportunity. If you have a learning mindset, if you have a growth mindset, RepSec can train you on the certifications, enable you to work with the client, and then move on, and even place you with the client as well.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do anything.
Coming to that point, that if you can work hard and if you can learn, how do you keep up with the day by day changing algorithms? Everything is changing. Every day I get a message from GHL that, all right, these are the new features that are coming in and everything. How do you cope up with those, training yourself,
Yeah, that's the toughest part because once you're done with the course or any training, the thing is what's after that. You're placed with the client and now something new comes up. 6 months down the lane, something has changed now. So for that, my approach is I followed some, you can say, industry experts on LinkedIn. So they keep on posting updates and what's changing, etc. That's how I get to know, of course. And I followed their newsletter. I think for the Google Ads one, I follow the PPC Mastery. So it's quite a good newsletter, and they give good strategies and everything in that. So any updates, I get to know them through that newsletter and following their people on LinkedIn.
Awesome. And how often is it that once you need a feature from GHL, that's when you learn about it, or you're just constantly looking for new features and trying to implement them in your day to day?
For GHL, my main focus is towards the funnels. I've worked with multiple accounts and multiple accounts at different settings. So yes, there is a different of a UI UX, and the swarm system is already customized. So it's different than the normal GHL. So I do keep on following. We actually have quite good people from RepStack working in day by day digital that are focused towards GHL. They're admin certified. I myself am training for the certification. So I think that community, the GHL community, provides quite good updates in the Facebook community. I'll join that as well. Yeah.
Awesome. And I think Justin is one of those clients who has built his team on RepStack.
Yeah.
Everybody's from RepStack. They started off, his first employee was from RepStack. So that's a huge achievement for us, for working with somebody like Justin. And are you already certified admin with GHL, or are you looking to get that done? And do you think, is it worth it?
Yeah, it is worth it. It's one of my dream things that I want to do, and I'm doing it in my own time because I love doing that. It's just that as I'm fully onboarded with the client, of course, I don't do that within the timings, but apart from that, I keep on doing it. And right now, I'm not certified. I will be certified within this December or early January. Okay, I'm looking forward to that one.
How difficult is the certification?
It is vast.
It is vast.
Yeah, it is vast. There's a lot of things. But then again, if you've used it, if you have used the platform GHL once or twice, so you get an idea of what that is because it's a CRM, right? It's a different mixture of, let's say, XYZ platforms like MailChimp, HubSpot, etc. They have pooled it into one platform and given it a very good competitive price. So the thing is, it is, as I said, vast, but once you keep on working on it, it keeps getting better and better because they keep on adding integrations, they keep on adding things to it, and it's fun. I would say that.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about your personal life. I know about your health issues. You've had some health issues. How do you cope with that? And you've been doing a great job with your client as well. I think you're a prime example of somebody who's not making any reasons to just stay back and enjoy. You're still working hard. You found a job which was according to your needs. So tell us a little bit about that element of your life.
Yeah, the thing is, starting October 2023, what happened that I got toenail infection, and so far till date I've had 5 surgeries. But the thing is that didn't stop me from work. This just shows that the culture that RepStack has built. Because the thing is, I just got the opportunity to reflect upon myself as well. Because at the time I was like working in freelancing and doing stuff. Of course, I was sitting home. I couldn't walk, go outside, so I was a bit isolated. So that gave me a room to introspect. So what I did was understood that the people who don't have an opportunity to work remotely, They do have the skill, they do have the motivation, but they are finding physical jobs. All right, so RepStack was the answer for me, and I had a job in hand on a physical office, a company, different company, but I knew that I wouldn't be able to go to the office more than a month because of my feet. But then RepStack called,
Awesome.
and so far that was one thing that really sets RepStack apart. That it has motivated me to work, and that motivation outgrows the pain that I have right now.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Great. Tell us a little bit about your day. How does it look like? What time do you wake up? And how do you manage your home chores and your work life balance? How do you.
So the thing is with the routine, the thing is there have been times that my shift has started at, let's say, 5 p.m. Pakistan time. I'm waking up at 4:55. It has happened. So that's the good part of remote work. You just log in and you start working. So that has happened. And usually I wake up around 2 or 3 for a namaz and etc. So that I don't miss that. But apart from that, one of my best friends, he's also doing a remote job in a different Canadian company. So we two are always meeting up on Saturdays and Sundays, and we are discussing it about, because none of the people in our group are actually working in different offshore companies. So we are the ones who can relate to each other. So we're always together. We're going out to different on drives the whole night, and that's fun. For my course, I have a good automatic machine for washing the clothes.
Oh,
They
okay.
wash themselves and dry. I don't usually wash my, what do you call that? Because I order food from outside.
So
That's
you're
another
living
perk.
alone in Lahore or you
I
have
live.
family?
I live in the family. I
All
live.
right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. And for somebody who's starting at or wants to start a digital marketing career, what kind of advice would you give to him, her, if they want to start with digital marketing or they want to apply at RepStack?
Yeah. So the first thing is that somebody who knows how to work on social media doesn't make them a social media marketing expert. So the first thing they have to do is understand the different platforms. Facebook social media is a different platform. The search engine is a different platform. They both have different marketing. Start out with these certifications. Go to Coursera, go to Udemy. Start out with basic certifications. Meta has their own professional certificate in social media marketing, and Google has their professional certificate. It's a pool of different certifications from beginner to advanced that make you a professional person to start a beginner's job. So that's something that's good. But apart from that, RepSec has a MTO program. All right. So what that means is that, for example, somebody who's willing, who knows something about marketing, right? Because the thing is, you will be given the opportunity to work with a live client on a business. So join the MTO program if you want to start for the university graduates. Join the MTO program, go towards RSA, the training, and you will be trained on certifications that are industry specific and recognized in the industry. Do that, and you will be placed with a client. And you will. The best part about RepStack is the community that RepStack has created. I myself had a problem initially with something analytics. I was confused that because it shifted, Universal Analytics shifted from to GA4. I was a bit confused that what's how to fix it. I just messaged my client success manager. They just put me with a different associate, and we just got together and we fixed the problem. So this has happened multiple times. So the community is there to help you.
I think this is the
Yeah.
culture that you're talking about, that everybody is trying to help each other out, and which is great. I love this about RepStack. I've had other businesses, but I've never seen this, the kind of support system that we have. One thing that you mentioned regarding social media, so there are a lot of content creators, but this is the myth that is, especially in Pakistan, we have that a lot, that content creators are the social media people. Definitely they're not.
Yeah.
90% when we are there at the seven figure agency or go high level events, 90% of people are talking about the stuff that's behind content creation, behind how to get it in front of people, how to go to your market. Tell us a little bit about that. What do you think about the difference between content creating and then taking it to your to the exact number, to the people you
audience.
want, to the audience?
So the thing is that first thing is that there is a difference. The first thing that I say to people is that there is a difference between the tools and the knowledge. All right. So the marketing is not just learning about Facebook ads or about how to post pictures on Facebook or how to create posts on Canva, Adobe, etc. It's about the strategy at the back end. If you don't understand marketing,
that's like maybe 10% of marketing.
Yeah.
The rest is behind it.
Yeah. The rest is behind it. You can't see that. You can't see why the ads are being targeted to you in a specific order. Behind that is is strategy. So I think if people miss out on the strategy. In fact, this is a problem that I've analyzed and seen everywhere, that people say that you don't learn in universities and then just learn this course and do this and you will be up to mark. Thing is, if somebody doesn't know the strategy behind the ad or behind the social media, they won't be able to make a mark on it.
Yeah.
The tool is just there. Like, for example, I think the Fast and Furious, it's not about the drive, it's about the driver, right?
Yeah.
So that's the difference between. You can give Canva to somebody, normal person, somebody who's actually with having some design sense. They'll create something better.
Yep.
So that's the difference.
Definitely. Any work related, anything that has happened in the past time that you've been working with this client or at RepStack that you would like to share with us?
Yeah, there have been a lot of things. Like, there were once, I think Justin was flying out of the country. And the thing is, our client success manager was out. So she was on a maternity leave. So what happened that there was an issue that Justin just onboarded a client that was actually a casino, right?
Oh, okay.
So what happened was that I had a bit of difficulty in that. So I could not reach out to my CSM. And then we sat, the RepStack group, we just sat together and discussed that how to tackle this problem. So we just went to Justin and we just told her, hey man, this is something that's a bit difficult. So if you could give us some leverage. So Justin did that. Actually, I would appreciate Justin. He understood that and he said that you don't have to do anything about that.
Yeah.
He literally offboarded the client afterwards.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Awesome.
So
Wow.
I really appreciate Justin in this, that he understood that there's a difference in the religion and the culture. And he didn't say that, no, I'm paying you, you have to do it.
Yeah.
That's, I think, just increased my respect for him.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And how do you think important is it to culturally connect with, of course, this is a great example of culturally connecting with your client. Do you think it gives you an advantage if you know about his thought process as well?
Yeah, I would say thanks to Netflix. Because we are watching Americans, all the US movies, we have been watching them from the childhood. So we are on the same pattern. We have studied the same courses, materials in the universities as well. And we understand their culture. So my client is from Texas. So I was watching Sheldon recently, so I did understand something. So it's actually difficult to connect with somebody from a traditional Pakistani area.
Yeah.
Because their culture will be different, because we have been grown up in a different environment.
Yeah.
So it's easy for us to connect with them.
Yeah.
We understand what they're saying, we understand what they want, and we're on the same level. And RepStack trains us to be on the same level, how to communicate. In fact, RepStack, they help us understand how to communicate with the client, and how to understand the client.
Awesome. Awesome. Any last words on your time at RepStack? And what do you think? Do you have enough in you to survive another 3 years, 5 years, 10 years at RepStack?
Yeah, sure. Why not? The thing is, some things grow on you. All right. For example, RepStack has grown on me. So I do feel comfortable. There is no problem. I love it. I love the learning attitude, the improvement process. RepStack recently, just as I said, they launched the GHL certification program. And Azhar said that they also had, for the media buyers, they're discussing something with the Meta platforms to move forward with those certifications. So that's why I see myself here long term. Because the thing is, there is a growth opportunity and we can progress further. So that is the best thing about RepStack. So I can see myself here growing here.
Awesome. Very nice talking to you, Bilal.
Sure.
Everybody who comes to my podcast gets this RepStack Yeti. And
I've been waiting for this one. Thank you so much.
very nice having you, and it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank
The
you.
pleasure is all mine, sir. Thank you.